What started as another chaotic chapter in the Chrisean rock saga has now exploded into a full-blown scandal shaking TikTok and reality TV fans alike. Sources say Chrisean Rock and her infant son, Chrisean Jr., have been quietly removed from the gym, banned from certain facilities, and ultimately kicked out of Nikki baby's home, and the reasons behind it are far darker than anyone expected. Behind the viral clips and cryptic IG lives lies a story of broken trust, heated confrontations, and serious concerns about boundaries and responsibility. Insiders claim Nikki baby reached her breaking point after repeated conflicts, alleged disrespect, and growing fears that the situation was spiraling out of control. What was once framed as helping a friend in need reportedly turned into a volatile living arrangement that nobody can manage anymore. Even more shocking, Chrisean Jr.'s alleged ban from a gym connected to the so-called surviving TikTok drama, raising questions about safety, supervision, and whether social media clout is being placed above a child's well-being. Fans are now split down the middle. Some blame Nikki for abandoning Chrisean at her lowest, while others say she did what she had to do to protect her peace. As TikTok detectives uncover receipts and deleted footage resurfaces. One thing is clear: the story is far from over, and the truth might be uglier than anyone imagined. It always starts with a good deed, doesn't it? One Instagram post, one supportive caption, one well-lit living room, and suddenly the internet crowns someone saint of the year. That was the vibe when Chrisean Rock reappeared online looking calmer, quieter, and according to TikTok, finally stable. The chaos seemed paused. The screaming headlines slowed down. And standing right there in the background like a Lifetime movie sponsor was Nikki baby, smiling calmly while the comments section applauded her like she'd just adopted a stray hurricane and taught it manners. But here's the thing the internet never learns: peace doesn't trend, drama does. And this new chapter was already cracking at the spine. Behind the scenes, this wasn't some fairy tale rescue mission. According to people who claim to know way more than they should, Nikki didn't sign up to become a full-time emotional support system, a daycare, and a damage control team all rolled into one. This was supposed to be temporary, a reset, a breather, a place for Chrisean to regroup, not reload. Rules were allegedly discussed early, not in a dramatic finger-pointing way, but in that calm adult tone that says, "I'm helping you, not joining the circus." Boundaries about filming, about guests, about volume, about protecting the child from becoming a walking thumbnail. Normal stuff, logical stuff, the kind of stuff that only works if everyone involved actually respects it. And that's where the fantasy started leaking, because Chrisean doesn't just live, she performs. Every emotion is content. Every bad day is a live stream waiting to happen. Allegedly, Nikki's house didn't stay a home for long. It became a backdrop, a setting, a place where private moments flirted dangerously close with public consumption. Phones were always out, voices were always raised, and peace? Peace packed its bags quietly. The tension didn't explode immediately. It simmered, awkward silences, forced smiles. That energy where everyone's pretending everything's fine while mentally counting how many days this can realistically continue. Nikki, according to insiders, started feeling less like a friend and more like a liability manager. Because once your name gets attached to someone else's chaos, the fallout doesn't ask who started it, it just hits everyone nearby. Then came the gym situation. The plot twist nobody expected, and everybody ran with. At first, it sounded harmless. A mom bringing her baby along, normal life stuff. But whispers started bubbling that this wasn't just any gym. It was a more private space, structured, rules-heavy, not exactly designed for content creation or constant filming. And allegedly, rules were bent, then ignored, then stepped on repeatedly. Staff reportedly raised concerns. Other members allegedly felt uncomfortable. Cameras were said to be out where they shouldn't have been. And somewhere in that mess, management supposedly made a decision that changed everything. A ban, or at the very least, affirmed this can't continue. Now let's be clear, the internet took that word and ran a marathon with it. Details got blurry, facts got stretched. But the headlines stuck like glue. Chrisean Jr. allegedly banned from a gym. And once a child enters the controversy, the tone shifts instantly from messy to radioactive. Suddenly, Nikki's role wasn't just helpful friend. She was now connected fairly or not to a situation involving safety, responsibility, and optics. And if there's one thing influencers fear more than bad press, it's being associated with something that looks like poor judgment, involving a child. That's when insiders say the conversations changed. No more gentle nudges. No more let's figure this out. It allegedly turned into real talks about limits, about consequences, about how the situation was spiraling beyond control and dragging everyone with it. Nikki, according to people close to her, felt like she was watching a slow-motion car crash and finally reached for the brakes. But here's the problem with brakes. The person speeding rarely appreciates them. Chrisean reportedly didn't receive those conversations as concern. She took them as criticism, control, judgment, and if there's one thing she's never responded well to, it's being told to slow down. What Nikki allegedly saw as protection, Chrisean felt as restriction. What? One side called boundaries, the other called betrayal. And the house? The house absorbed all of it. Every argument echoed louder. Every disagreement felt heavier. The energy shifted from "we're good" to "how did we get here?" The kind of tension you don't need cameras to feel. Then came the breaking point. Sources claim it wasn't one big explosive moment, but a final straw stacked on top of too many others. Another argument, another crossed line. Another reminder that this wasn't sustainable. Nikki allegedly realized that if she didn't end it now, it would end her reputation, her peace, her businesses, her sanity. So she made the call. Quietly, firmly, without a dramatic eviction montage. According to insiders, she told Chrisean it was time to go, not as punishment, not as revenge, but as self-preservation. Because helping someone should not require self-destruction. Chrisean reportedly, blindsided and emotional, didn't take it silently. Cryptic posts followed, vague captions about loyalty, about being abandoned, about how people switch up when the spotlight shifts. The internet immediately grabbed those crumbs and baked a whole narrative, and just like that, the story flipped. The savior became the villain. The guest became the victim. And TikTok smelled blood. What nobody could agree on was simple. Was this an act of cruelty or the inevitable end of a situation that was never going to work? Because when you strip away the memes, the edits, and the outrage, one uncomfortable truth remains. Help has an expiration date when boundaries are ignored. The internet erupted. Memes flew faster than a Kardashian tweet hitting trending, and every side took up arms like it was a reality show civil war. Nikki Baby suddenly wasn't just a friend, she was either a saint forced to drop the hammer or a villain cashing clout checks. Chrisean Rock, meanwhile, was either a tragic victim of betrayal or a one-woman chaos generator who turned well-intentioned help into headlines and receipts. Deleted clips resurfaced, cryptic lives fueled speculation, and TikTok became judge, jury, and meme factory all at once. Public opinion split faster than a viral soundbite can loop. One side screaming about loyalty and betrayal, the other waving caution flags and citing safety concerns. Celebrities and influencers couldn't resist chiming in. Everyone from reality stars to minor TikTok celebs began dissecting the saga like forensic experts on caffeine. Reaction videos multiplied overnight, each claiming insider knowledge, each one more outrageous than the last. "This is proof Nikki Baby is the villain," one creator shouted. "No, this proves Chrisean can't handle adult boundaries." Another fired back. Meanwhile, the comment sections became virtual coliseums. Users argued with the ferocity of medieval knights, except their swords were tweets and screenshots, and their armor was sarcasm. Memes turned private arguments into public spectacles. A TikTok trend even emerged portraying Chrisean Jr. as a tiny gym bouncer banning grown adults from the facility, complete with sunglasses and a whistle. The internet, of course, lost its mind. Some claimed it was disrespectful, others called it comedic genius. Every moment became fodder for speculation. Deleted videos of Chrisean allegedly arguing with Nikki resurfaced. Clips of phone cameras accidentally capturing private conversations leaked into group chats and fan pages. Every small gesture was now magnified. A sigh became proof of betrayal. A raised eyebrow a sign of plotting. The twists kept coming. Sources claimed that during one live stream, Chrisean dropped subtle hints about feeling abandoned, only for the clip to go viral hours later. Meanwhile, Nikki Baby's team reportedly began vetting every comment and post for damage control. But in the age of social media, damage control is like trying to patch a leaking submarine with chewing gum. It buys you time but never stops the flood. Public outrage spiraled. Fans debated endlessly. Was Nikki justified in setting boundaries, or had she gone too far? Was Chrisean being unfairly vilified for filming her life, or was she genuinely ignoring her responsibilities? The lines blurred as conspiracy theories emerged. Some claimed the gym ban was orchestrated to humiliate Chrisean. Others insisted it was a safety precaution that got blown out of proportion. Every argument carried a hashtag, every post a poll, and every TikTok. A magnifying glass. Pop culture comparisons poured in. One viral video edited the situation into a parody of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, implying Nikki's calm demeanor masked a reality show-style coup. Another meme compared Chrisean's livestream reactions to soap opera villains plotting revenge over a family fortune. Twitter threads speculated about future collaborations or potential feuds between the two women, with some suggesting the saga could spin off into an entire TikTok mini-series. And all the while, the gym ban lingered as a symbol of the mess. It wasn't just a restriction, it became a narrative device. Proof that boundaries were crossed, trust was tested, and social media could magnify the smallest incidents into full-blown scandals. Every online reaction, every meme, every cryptic post added fuel to a fire that showed no sign of burning out. By the end of this chapter, the story had escalated far beyond its original scope. What started as a private struggle for support and stability had transformed into a digital spectacle with stakes, twists, and chaos worthy of primetime TV. Nikki Baby, Chrisean Rock, and even tiny Chrisean Jr. were now part of a narrative bigger than any single person, a narrative the internet consumed ravenously, and one that promised the drama was far from over. TikTok didn't just watch this unfold, it devoured it, regurgitated it as memes, and replayed it as lessons in chaos management. Fans were addicted, celebrities intrigued, and the entire saga was officially one of the most entertaining disasters of the year. One thing was certain, this wasn't just gossip anymore, it was a full-blown cultural event, and nobody was allowed to look away. By the time the dust settled, the aftermath of the Chrisean Rock and Nikki Baby saga was hitting harder than a TikTok scandal on a Monday morning. The house that was supposed to be a safe haven had transformed into the ultimate cautionary tale. Boundaries ignored, chaos amplified, and a baby somehow caught in the middle of social media warfare. Chrisean Jr., now banned from a gym that once seemed harmless, became an unintentional symbol of the drama. One wrong move, one viral clip, and suddenly the world had opinions about a toddler's daily routine. Nikki Baby, meanwhile, emerged bruised but calculated. Critics painted her as heartless. Fans called her the adult in the room. Behind the scenes, sources say she quietly regained control of her personal space and brand, proving that sometimes survival requires drawing hard lines, even if the internet calls you a villain. The saga didn't just tarnish reputations, it rewrote the rules of influencer friendship. Helping someone isn't about likes or clout. It's about patience, limits, and apparently selective eviction. Chrisean Rock's online presence shifted dramatically. Sympathy levels dropped, and viewers started scrutinizing every livestream post and story. What once seemed relatable now looked reckless. Every video was dissected. A side turned into a plotting moment. A glance became proof she can't handle responsibility. The drama had created a feedback loop where public opinion fueled personal tension, and tension fueled more content and more chaos. Meanwhile, the memes, reaction videos, and commentary continued to spiral. The situation had transcended personal conflict, becoming a cultural touchpoint for how influencer friendships, boundaries, and child safety collide in the age of social media. Even other celebrities were watching like hawks, weighing their alliances and wondering how easily their own lives could turn into viral catastrophe. The fallout wasn't just about the ban or the eviction, it was about the precedent it set. Help can be conditional, fame can be dangerous, and every move is recorded. The final irony? Nobody got closure, no heartfelt reconciliation, no press tour to explain the nuances. Just a door slam metaphorically and literally, cryptic posts fueling speculation, and a community desperate for the next clip, the next leak, the next scandal. TikTok had consumed the story, regurgitated it as content, and ensured that peace was temporary and drama eternal. This chapter ended not with resolution, but with a lesson in chaos management. In the world of social media, every friend can become a headline, every child a symbol, and every act of kindness a potential meme. The story of Chrisean Rock, Nikki Baby, and Chrisean Jr. proves that fame and friendship really coexist without fireworks, and sometimes those fireworks hit way too close to home, and just like that, the internet was left hungry, waiting for the next twist, the next leak, the next scandal that would make this one look like a warm-up act. Because in the world of TikTok chaos, the drama never really ends. Alright, listen up. Internet detectives, if your jaw isn't still on the floor, check your pulse. Because that saga was hotter than a microwave in a TikTok house. Smash that like button like it owes you money, hit subscribe like your Wi-Fi depends on it, and turn on notifications because drama this insane doesn't wait for schedules. It drops. Whenever chaos feels like it, drop your opinions in the comments, pick a side, switch sides, or just roast everyone simultaneously. We don't judge. This channel thrives on chaos, receipts, and the kind of gossip that makes reality TV look like a knitting circle. Every deleted clip, cryptic livestream, and alleged behind-the-scenes meltdown, we'll cover it. And yes, it's way more entertaining than your group chat arguments about who stole whose charger. Scandals like Chrisean Rock, Nikki Baby, and Chrisean Jr. They don't end, they evolve. And we're here to make sure you get every unfiltered, outrageous, and ridiculous detail first. So stay glued, stay thirsty for drama, and remember, if it's wild, messy, and borderline unbelievable, it belongs here.